Hey guys, good morning. And it is a beautiful morning here on my local reservoir here in Canton, Georgia. You can see a little bit of fog on the water and the sun's coming up, so hopefully we can put a few fish in the kayak. But I'm not here to just fish today. I'm here to try out the new NuCanoe quick release rudder system. And what's cool about this is they have hand steering or foot steering, which for me, I prefer foot steering. I love power fishing, I love fishing fast, I love covering water. So being able to put my motor guide on a good fast speed and just using one foot, my left foot, to control the kayak changes everything. I don't have to take my hand off my reel to change my speed or my direction with my motor guide. I can just do it with my foot, keep fishing, cover water. And it's all about being efficient, especially kayak fishing. It's all about, you know, making the most out of the water that you're on, making the right cast, covering the right amount of water. That's the deal. So today I'm trying it out for the first time, and I got to tell you, it's about a 3-mile paddle or about a 3-mile hike from the boat ramp to where I want to fish. And I've been playing with this thing for the first time. And the first thing I noticed is I can put the motor on high. I can drink some coffee, I can check my phone, I can mess with my GoPros. I don't have to worry about using this. Hey, like I mentioned, I like to cover a lot of water. I like to fish fast. It's just something I enjoy doing. And having this rudder system would be cool because I can sit down and I can put the motor on like maybe half power. And I can use the foot steering to keep the kayak exactly where I want. I don't have to mess with this. Like I mentioned earlier, it's about keeping my hands on the reel, casting, fishing, do what I need to do, and that's what I can focus on, not on the direction of of the kayak. Am I going to go into the grass? Am I going to go into a tree? I can just fish and do it effectively. So I'm going to fish this bank of some small lily pads, and I'm going to throw this whopper plopper on the edge of it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about on why having a rudder with a Motor Guide XI3 is important. All right, so I'm gonna run my whopper plopper right on the edge of these pads. Maybe I can have a fish, an active fish swimming along this morning. I'm not using this, right? All I'm using is my left foot to control where the kayak goes. And now I can just cover water, make accurate casts. It's all about being efficient, right? It's all about being efficient. So I never have to take my hands off my rod and reel to change direction with my bow mount motor. All right, let's see how good this thing turns. You ready? Push my toe forward, it goes to the right. And this is with the Motor Guide XI3 perfectly straight and just using the foot steering. That's pretty good. I don't know, 30 foot? A little 30-foot circle I got going on here, maybe smaller. Let's go the other way. I got to turn pretty hard. And that's pretty good. I'm starting to really like this rudder. I forgot to mention this. If you put the rudder in a position you want, let's just say right here or right here, it stays. It stays out of the box. I installed it last night. So why is that important? Well, first of all, if you're going on a direction and you want to take your foot off, the rudder's not going to kick straight and mess you up. The rudder's going to stay wherever you left it when you took your foot off the controls. When you stop the motor when you're standing, the boat wants to turn when you get off the motor, right? Even if you slow down before you hit the off button, it still wants to turn. Having the rudder is going to fix all that. It's going to keep the boat going straight where you want it, in line with your XI3. So I'm going to get back here. I'm going to stand up and show you why this is important and why it's going to make your experience a little bit better. All right, guys, I absolutely love standing and fishing out of the Unlimited. It's basically it's built for that, right? So the only issue sometimes with the bow mounted trolling motor is sometimes the motor can get in the way of casting. Let's just say you're trying to skip or do a roll cast or trying to present the bait, you know, exactly how you want to. It gets a little tricky with the motor guide. It's not bad, you get used to it. So what I've been doing is I like fishing up here, okay? And this takes the motor out of play a lot. It gives you a lot more freedom to skip or make a little bit more accurate cast, you know, under trees or under docks or whatnot. But the issue with moving your feet forward is it puts a lot of the weight forward in the kayak. And what it does is it makes the stern pretty loose, and especially in the wind or current, when you stop the motor or if you're not going perfectly straight, the kayak wants to turn a lot. So having the rudder in the straight position, I can adjust it a little bit, and using the XI3 will keep the kayak on its path following where the motor goes. That's super important. It makes it a lot easier to fish, a lot less time trying to adjust your kayak, and really just makes it more fun. All right guys, for example, you got your kayak going straight and you slow down. See how the kayak's staying straight? I mean, look, it's not perfect, but in the past the kayak would shoot off to the right or the left. Now it stays where you need to go. It's not going into the lily pads. It's not going out here. It's gonna help big time fishing, big time. All right, y'all want to talk about deploying and stowing the rudder. Okay, so I installed this last night. I never installed one before. It took maybe, I don't know, 15-20 minutes to put it in. Not a big deal. This already comes, this pulley system, this already comes with the Unlimited when you buy it. So all this is already installed in the kayak, and you just have this handle. Super simple. Pull it up, lock it in place. It's up, rudder's up. See? Doesn't get much easier than that. If you want to deploy it, just grab the handle, let it in. You're ready to go. Okay, one more time. Pretty much effortless. And I just set this right there, and I'm ready to let it back down. Good to go. All right guys, final thoughts on the NuCanoe rudder system. I installed it last night. First time I ever used it was today. I love it, I love it, I love it. I know you probably expect me to say that, but it does three things. Three things for me that makes it something you gotta add to your Unlimited. Number one, when I'm moving from spot to spot or traveling 1 or 2 miles, it frees up my hand. I don't have to constantly be fixing direction with the Motor Guide XI3. I can just use my foot, steer where I want to go, rig up tackle, mess with my cameras, whatever it is. It makes it so much nicer to have both of your hands free. Eat a snack, drink your coffee, whatever it is. Second thing I love is when I'm standing toward the motor, that it keeps the kayak straight. Obviously you move your weight to the front of the kayak, it's going to want to turn left and right, especially when you slow down or if the wind blows or there's some weird current or something. So that's a key feature for me. Probably the number one reason why I want the NuCanoe rudder system is for that right there. I can stand, fish effectively, keep the kayak in line, and makes it a lot easier out there. The third thing is, while sitting and fishing, you can just put the motor on medium power or quarter power or whatever. If you're throwing a spinnerbait, if you're throwing a topwater, control it with your foot. You never have to take your hands off the rod and reel to switch direction. Maybe adjust your speed a little bit here and there, but man, talk about making more cast, better cast, it's just a better experience. That's all I can really say. I mean, it's just a better experience. So anyway, you guys check it out. The NuCanoe rudder system is out now.